Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Here We Are podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Ray, aka Run Ray, aka the Michael Phelps of sperm swimming. And today, I've got a special guest here today. I've got future Twitch streamer slash TikTok star. I don't know whether to put it in that way. Damnshortaay. What's going on?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
It's good to be here. Finally, my chance. Rather than good old Mango. I don't know how he got the first spot, but
I mean, he was the one that asked for it.
I won't take it personally.
Yeah, he was the one that asked for it.
Hey Jordan, you want to play COD Mobile?
What? No, Nathan. No, you're the next guest. It's
COD,
not.
COD Mobile's got zombies now.
No, it's not your time yet.
No,
Okay, bye.
No, Nathan, it's not your. Oh my god. So yeah. He's going to be the next guest. If you follow me, guys, on Twitter, I already announced that Andrew will be here. And, well, obviously Nathan is going to be the next guest.
Next.
But,
Follow the tweets.
Follow the tweets. Anyways, I've got a few discussions here. Again, just like the last one, I didn't plan this out correctly. So, today, this doesn't really sound that important, but... I guess it's kind of important. So by the time I was recording, I just got my first dose. Being vaccinated, so
Join the game.
halfway there.
Halfway. Just in fact, today I just finished my second one. So
You just finished your second
gang.
You got the full gang. I got the half gang. So yeah, I mean, it felt like nothing. I thought it was going to be like the biggest deal, like ever.
Yeah, definitely. Like people made it out to be this huge, like. I mean, as media drags on, but like, I'm not the one to be scared of needles at all.
Oh, you know, I'm fucking terrified of them.
Yeah, I've never had an issue, and then I was like, walked in, like just went to a walk-in one, didn't sign up or anything like that.
I just did
registered, and then it was super easy. Like, I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, I didn't feel it either. Because I felt like a pinch, and I thought, okay, here it comes, and apparently the pinch, that was it.
It was already done.
It was like, oh, that was it. Oh, okay. And I just walked out. I was like, oh, okay, that's that.
Yeah, my second one, she like sort of she like jammed it straight in.
She just jabbed it, yeah.
I was like, and I was shocked, like because I was like, oh, is it in? Like I don't know. And she's like, oh, did it hurt? And I was like, no. Like I'm just questioning whether the needle's in my arm. She's like, oh yeah, like it's already done. And I'm like. Oh wow! Like
that was it.
Like if only they'd done that the first time, you could then say there's like a zero feel. Like you wouldn't even know if you got friggin' dabbed. So
yeah, everyone says the second one is like the one that hurts like afterwards.
Yeah, I mean so far, I mean how long has it been? It's been what is it? It's now late afternoon almost. You know, nighttime. It's been a few hours, and I definitely I can feel my arms, like, you know, it's there.
It's usually like the next day. Like
the next day. The first one I had, definitely my arm was like as if it got punched, like by the biggest dude ever.
I remember because back in high school, I remember because all the students used to get like, well, it wasn't a COVID vaccine, but it was like, you know, just like a standard like vaccine thing or whatever. And I didn't do it because I lied to the school saying, oh, I was allergic to all those things when it really wasn't. I just hate getting needles. And all everyone did was just punch each other of where they got injured or where they got their needled. And it would hurt so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then everyone tries to punch me. I'm like, well, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you didn't do anything.
I remember it. It's even like that. It's similar to like pinch and punch first day of the month. Man, I hated that. I hated the first day of every month at school because you knew.
Yes.
And people like, you know, there's that one guy.
And
he looks at you and he's like.
I knew like two people did it to me though.
It's the first day, but yeah, gosh.
Speaking
of, got away with that.
Speaking of school and COVID-19, I want to tell this story that I've told a bunch of people, but I want to tell everyone on YouTube because it is a fucking crazy story. So basically, the moral of the story is I was in lockdown before anyone else was, which was pretty wild. And so quick, I need to tell, like, I guess the prologue, like how it all started. So
it started.
So flashback to March of 2020, Corona just hits Melbourne, and it's like one of the like most deadliest cities. Like in the city especially, it was very deadly. And I used to do a video game course there in the city, and I'd wake up at like 6 o'clock and I'd catch a train there and arrive there at like 9. So I was in a fucking very deadly area at the time, and it was like a very big deal. So I used to go to the city and do game design, and my older brother, he works at the airport. He like helps like old people and that get on the plane and that. And one time he got very sick. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, the airport is another deadly place because like people are going from in and out of the country and God knows where the hell they've been. And one time he got very, very, very sick. Like it wasn't corona or anything. Like he knew that. He just got a very bad cold. Anyways, fast forward like a few weeks later, I go to school and I have math class in the morning, and my teacher has like separated like the tables and chairs and whatever. And I thought, okay, we're doing the whole social distancing thing. And then he had like a 30-minute discussion about like corona and that, like to the class. And then like at the end of it, he like started asking questions about like what people's thoughts of that. Now, if you don't know me that well, I fucking hate talking to people. I don't like talking to people.
There's a small selection.
Small selection. Yeah, there's a small selection of people I really talk to. But, like, I don't like going up into big crowds and just, like, you know, stand up and, like, talk, you know?
Putting yourself out there, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like doing that because every time I do, bad shit happens. And this is one example of why I don't do it. So, for once in my life, I put my hand up to the teacher and I joke. I said this in sort of like a jokey matter, but at the same time, it was not really a jokey matter. Oh, no, it was a jokey matter, but at the same time, it was like the truth. So I jokingly said to him, out of everyone in this class, I'm probably the most likely to die of corona. And he goes, oh, why is that, Jordan? And I told him, well, I work in the city where the city is the most deadliest place to go at. And my brother works at the airport and he's very sick right now. And then he said to me, all right, Jordan, pack your books and leave. And I thought he said it in like a jokey manner. And I jokingly said, I'm like, oh yeah, I packed my books away. And then he goes, no, I'm serious. And the whole class was fucking like dead silent. And I was like, what the fuck? So I grabbed my books and I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. And I was in year 12. It was my final year of high school. And we have like this like year 12 room. And I just sat in there and I was just thinking, what the fuck just happened? And I think he went to...
It just happened so rapid, like...
It was so fucking scary, and the whole class was just confused. Like, what the hell? And I had a mate there. I had Molly next to me. Yeah, you know Molly, don't you?
I believe vaguely. I think he would have been in like a Discord chat or something.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't gone stick gaming that much, but yeah, he's one of my friends. And he was there, and he was confused. Anyways, I was sitting in the year 12 room, and then the teacher comes to me, and I go to like the little like office that's like across the corridor from a classroom, and the teacher goes up to me, and she says like she's saying, oh yeah, you have to go home, you have to quarantine. Like it was some scary fucking shit.
Yeah.
And she called my mum, and she's like, oh yeah, we have to send Jordy home because he's could be a victim of this coronavirus outbreak that's happening. Yeah, he could be a fucking victim.
He is the virus.
I am the virus. No, she didn't say that. But she's like, oh yeah, Jordan is coming home. He doesn't look that excited about it, and I was fucking terrified.
Yeah,
because the way they fucking treated me, it was scary.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, they sent me home, and I had to walk home, and I was in fucking tears. Like, I was crying and shit. And I got home and I immediately called my brother, I remember. And I told them, listen, man, I got sent home because of you. Like, I was in tears. He's like, Jordan, I don't have corona. Trust me. And then I rang my mum, and she knew. She was fucking pissed at that teacher.
Why would you do such a thing?
Like,
right. So not at you, but the teacher. Right.
She was pissed at the teacher because the way he fucking treated me.
I mean, fair enough, but
like he wasn't calm about it. He was like
this
scaring
was at the start
me.
of COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, the start of it, like
Yeah,
it
right.
was
So
very
this is still early days, and I mean, like, a lot
very
of
early
people
on.
just jump straight to assumptions straight away. So
Yeah, and she
yeah,
told
I
me
can.
I had to quarantine for 2 weeks, um, or and she said don't come back until your brother gets tested.
Yeah, wow.
Which he's not. He refused to because he knew he didn't have COVID.
Yeah.
And I remember later that day, it was like the end of school, whatever. Or by the time it was, I was on my Xbox. I was playing Halo, and then Molly invites me to an Xbox chat. And I remember he goes, "What the fuck happened?" I go, "Bro, I don't know." And he told me this really funny story after, like when some kids come late, and everyone was still terrified of like what the hell happened. So some kids, he told me some kids were coming late, and they were going to sit where I was sitting, and all the kids were like, "No, no, 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 don't sit there. Jordy's was sat there, and he had corona." And I was like, "Fuck!" I was dying in laughter.
Oh my god, you became the school topic of like drama.
Literally. And
Holy crap.
so yeah, I stayed home for like I was gonna stay home for 2 weeks. But then only a week comes by, and everyone was eventually sent home and got into lockdown. So I was in lockdown basically a week before anyone else was. And I didn't get back to school in person until like December.
I think I remember that, yeah, because I remember like
6
seeing
months
the back
later.
end of that story, and like I remember we'd be in Discord or whatever, and yeah, you'd be like, "No, I'm at home. Like, yeah, I'm not allowed to go to actual school."
Yeah, and so basically the moral of the story, kids, don't speak out loud, because if you do, you might get sent home and get treated like a fucking biohazard. So
I
yeah.
mean, was it worth it? What are you now thinking back on that?
Oh,
Do
it's
you
a
think,
fucking
like,
amazing story.
Yeah, do you think
It's
like, oh, yeah,
crazy.
I'm top shit. Like, this is like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm the cool guy now at school. Like, was that like when you obviously came back? Was that the case, or is it like, oh,
Nah.
it's, you know, it's Corona kid? Like, did they
Everyone
sort of like
No,
do the
everyone
reverse?
totally forgot about it.
Right.
Everyone totally forgot about it.
I guess yeah, because it would have been for so long.
It was so long. And I was like,
wow.
So yeah, I was in quarantine for about 8 months. And
Fake quarantine.
fake quarantine. Well, technically it was real quarantine, but not really. But yeah, and I remember the math teacher didn't even give a fuck about it. Like, he didn't even talk about it or anything.
Yeah, he just didn't want to bring it up.
No one brought it
that's
up.
awkward.
Nobody brought it up.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's a pretty fucking wild story. But off topic of Corona, I don't really have that many topics I've gotten written down. Have you got any upcoming games that are coming out you're excited for?
Actually, it's a good time of year. I was saying this the other day, like the fact that now, like rather than us playing COD every single friggin' night,
Yeah.
what do we got now? We've got Far Cry 6 and Back 4 Blood out now, which Far Cry 6 is obviously, you know, major title, really good, lives up to its expectations. As far as what I've played, which isn't a lot, but Back 4 Blood was a little interesting. I thought the control movement was a bit how you're going. Definitely not a polished sort of game. I feel like it was probably more done and created for controller players rather than PC, which is interesting because it's done by the original creators,
Turtle Rock.
developers. Yeah, so it's like an ex company of now, like it's not
because
Left 4 Dead.
I loved Left 4 Dead 2. It's definitely,
I loved it.
It's a really good game, especially the modding scene. It's great.
Yeah,
I played Back 4 Blood's beta. Like when they had that's right. Twitch was giving away keys. That's right. If you watched, I remember you watched some streamers, and if you watch them for a certain amount of time, they give you keys for the beta.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I remember I
played the beta.
Yeah, and I got one of those. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was alright. I mean,
I feel like it is a beta. Like,
I mean, it was
that's
a beta.
The quality it's in. Like,
now
that the final game's out. Yeah, I feel like what I'm playing now is like beta quality.
I remember one of the biggest highlights of Back 4 Blood for me, and I tweeted about it. It probably Back 4 Blood probably takes my cake to have the best calling card in a video game.
Oh yeah, I do like that aspect because that wasn't in Left 4 Dead, was it?
No, it wasn't.
They threw a little spin on it.
There was a calling card in the game, and it was very simple. It was one of the characters literally recreating the Rickroll.
Yeah.
And it was the music video. I'm like, that can't be real. And I saw it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's real. That is amazing. And I screenshotted it immediately on Twitter. And yeah.
It's definitely good if you play with like a group of friends, and I feel like you've
easily
throw some sort of comedic approach to it. Like you can't just like play it for what it is, and because then it's like, oh, it's boring. Like, you know, you've got to do either, you know, I don't know, like throw some sort of twist in it. I mean, we did what was it? We threw it on hard the other night. And like it was
the whole
stupid.
balls in.
It was just like, yeah, like, oh, well, I wasn't a host, so I didn't select it. And then I'm like, why is this so much harder? This was like the third time I'd done the intro.
Why was this hard? Oh, that's why.
Yeah. I was like, I don't remember there being like 3 sets of crows like within a 100-meter radius. Like, what the hell? And then yeah, Dan's just like, oh yeah, I've got it on hard. And I'm like,
last minute.
I was like, are you a psycho?
What
like,
a great person.
Oh, so we then had to restart it, change the difficulty, and start all over again. It was like, oh, and it's again the third time I've played this intro, because every time you play with someone new, you've got to start right back at the start. And so I was like, man, I'm so done with this. But I think overall it looks good. Like, it doesn't look bad quality for, I guess, like a 2021 title.
Yeah.
I just felt the movement was a bit weird. But
it is a bit weird. Yeah, it's definitely a good co-op game.
Yeah. What about you for new titles? What are you interested in?
So mainly a lot of the games that were coming out got delayed till next year.
Yeah.
I've got a few games coming out that I'm really looking forward to. Mainly the new DC games like Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Because my favorite video game of all time is Batman Arkham City. I fucking love that game.
So good. I played that on PS4, man. That thing,
I'm sorry. I feel sorry.
Really? Why was that? Why was that?
The PS4 version of that game is awful.
Really? What's awful about it?
So it is not the definitive way to play the game. Like, so back in the day, I saw Arkham City was getting remastered. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. Yeah. I love it. And then I saw like the first like announcement trailer. It looked so bad. Like, graphics wise, it looked awful. And everyone agreed with like me. Like, everyone's like, what the fuck is up with the graphics? So they delayed it. And then we didn't hear from it for like months. And then we saw a new trailer where they made the graphics better.
Yeah.
Because this was 2 games in one. They had Arkham Asylum in it. And Asylum looks gorgeous. They added like rain effects and it looked really damn good. But the character models looked weird.
Maybe it was that one I played. I can't remember now.
Asylum.
Yeah. There was one I played and far out. It was one of the, like, I'm usually just like, buy a good multiplayer, have fun, end of story. Like, you know, it was more when I was a kid, I'd play this, like, the campaign story games.
Oh, yeah, no.
I played that and wow, it was like, I was like, that's actually generally good. Like, felt like the movie. Almost.
It's really good. Oh, it's not based on its own thing.
No, it's not based on the movie, but I mean, like, comparing storylines. I mean, usually when they do movies, storylines amazing.
Because I think the dude
drives on it.
The dude that wrote the games wrote like the animated series, and that's considered by many people like the best incarnation of Batman like ever. But so the PS4 version, so the trailer comes out, the second trailer comes out, Arkham Asylum looks good. City looked like some of the lighting and texture work looked pretty good. And then so I got the game at launch, like the remaster on PS4 when I had it. It was awful. The graphics looked like dog shit. It crashed more times than bloody Paul Walker into a tree. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It is honestly one of the worst remasters I've ever played.
I feel like I'd probably notice it more now, like being on like 4K and then running PC graphics.
It is not in 4K, I don't think, because and it's not 60 FPS. It's like it drops below like below like 15, like 25, 15. It's awful. It's really bad.
Gross. Man, I can't believe I played for so long. My PS4 I had was like the original Gen 1.
Yes, I had.
It wasn't even a slim. And
Yeah,
so
I
it wasn't
had the
even
fat.
60 FPS. It was gross. And I
Yeah,
forever played
I
30
recently,
frames.
yeah, I recently bought that remaster again for the Series X because I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah.
play Arkham City at 4K. Until I realized it doesn't have 4K and the frame rate is still terrible and it crashes a
Oh,
lot
no. Oh,
and
no.
it still looks ugly. So yeah,
God, so they really didn't do anything.
they they did do some stuff. Like some stuff
Yeah.
definitely looks nice. Like they're up to the textures,
Textures. Yeah,
the
textures and stuff.
lighting.
Yeah.
What else did they did? I totally forgot.
Yeah.
They
So does
didn't.
that like is there
I
good hope for the new titles coming out, or is it like you think it's gonna be the same?
Oh no, this is gonna be good because the remaster was just made by a different company.
Yeah,
It
yep.
was all they did because these games all the games ran on Unreal 3,
Yeah, right.
which is crazy to think about. Even like the newest game, like Arkham Knight, which came out in like 2015, and Unreal
Yeah.
4 was very like
New.
very new. Oh, it wasn't
Yeah.
new, but it was like a lot of games were using Unreal 4. And Arkham
Yeah,
Knight
yeah.
was still using Unreal 4, Unreal 3, and it honestly looks better than most Unreal 4 games.
Yeah, true.
Arkham Knight is a stunning looking game.
They
So
probably just spent more time on it.
literally all they did was just got the source code for these games, plopped them in the Unreal 4 and just changed the lighting.
Yeah, so they're just solely relying on the fact of Engine 4 to do the hard work.
Yeah, literally.
So will the new ones be built in 5, I think is the latest?
I have no idea what I have no idea what engine they're on actually.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I dabble in like hearing about that sort of stuff because
Yeah,
I'm
no.
always into like, all AI reality and that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
Unreal Engine latest. What is that? I think 5 is the latest one.
5 is
It's
the latest one, yeah. But I don't
Yeah.
think I don't know, it's complicated. I think the licensing for it is still not out. It's complicated. But it's I don't know. Oh yeah. So for all of you who are listening and you want to play Arkham City, play the PC version, mainly the Steam version. You get all the DLC. You're on the game at 4K 60. It looks better than the remaster, and you get achievements. Yeah, play it on PC with a controller because if you play it with a mouse and keyboard, I don't think I can look in you in the eye properly.
And going PC was the best thing I ever did. Like, far out. Like, I've seen PC graphics before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I wasn't really interested. Like, and then obviously going to like a PS5, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But then getting all the older games I played on on PC, running ultra graphics, freaking heck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've been playing with bloody blind for the last like.
I got into
forever.
PC gaming around like 2016 when I still had a Mac. So I bought like a lot of big end games that just didn't run on Mac, and people just look at me weird, like, "Why are you using a Mac?"
Wow.
Because I hated Windows at the time because this was when Windows 8 was out,
Yeah.
and I remember I absolutely hated Windows 8. So
Yeah, that was the brand new refresh where they went to like the tile menus and
yeah,
that was
Windows
a huge
8
jump.
because I didn't mind Windows 7. Windows 7 was alright. Windows 8 just killed me.
Yeah,
And then Windows 10 came out. I'm like, I was still skeptical, and then I eventually got a PC and used it. Honestly, Windows 10 is fine.
Yeah,
So yeah. While going back on topic, yeah. So there's two DC games. The Suicide Squad takes place after Arkham Knight. I'm really looking forward to that, and it's a next gen exclusive. Finally, you know how long I've been waited for that. The Series X has no games, at all. They're just Xbox One games, just ported over.
yeah.
But this being a next-gen exclusive game
Like a
makes me
dedicated,
happy.
Yeah, so
And then-
hopefully it'll look very good then.
Yeah, and then the Gotham Knights game looks pretty good too. I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad more, but that game also looks really good too. So
Has Suicide Squad had a game before?
I don't think they did. They had some weird.
No.
They had a weird mobile game I remember playing, but that was just for like the movie.
Yeah, that's just promotion.
That was just promotion, but yeah, no, they didn't have a game before that.
Yeah, right. Because the movie's friggin' boss loved it. Like, I'm not a huge,
which one?
the first one, Suicide 1. I don't think I ended
The
up actually
first
watching
one, really?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, I'm not a huge like like
Movie
if it looks
guy.
good and I, enjoy it, action filled, great.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I'm not like, oh, they attention to detail. They've missed a storyline and like I just don't
Yeah.
follow neither DC or Marvel enough.
Yeah.
I sort of felt like I just too far behind the bandwagon to be up to date with it.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, the first movie, I wasn't a big fan of. I didn't like the first movie. I watched the second one a few months ago. It was really good.
Yeah.
It's very good. So, yeah. What else am I looking forward to games wise? Yesterday, by the time of this recording, that GTA Remaster got gameplay. That looks really good.
So they've actually released gameplay of it now.
Yeah, that's gameplay. So last week they just did a teaser thing, like, oh yeah, we're doing a Remaster Trilogy. And everyone was skeptical because it got leaked all the way back in like August by like Kotaku. And everyone, including me, thought, they're just going to port the mobile phone version to consoles. Because they did that before, and the mobile phone versions of the old GTA games are not very good.
Yeah,
They're not very good. They're very buggy. But then last night, they did a gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I'm just watching it now.
And they showed what the game...
it looks good.
It looks really good. Like the characters look a bit cartoony, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I always thought, like, obviously remembering the graphics from the original like GTA series, and I'm like, they were cubes, man. Like,
even back then,
today.
Like, a lot of people would say, like, oh, back then, I think the graphics were really good. Back then, because I played these games back then, I thought they looked weird.
Yeah.
Because my first GTA I ever played was Vice City Stories on the PSP, and that was, like, the last time they ever did those, like, PS2 era graphics.
Yeah, true.
And then I played, like, San Andreas, and I thought, man, these player models look weird. Because I've played PS2 games before, and I've seen the PS2 can do way better character models than that.
Oh, yeah,
They can do way better character models than that. Like, I play...
so good.
I'm a wrestling fan, and I play a lot of PS2 wrestling games. And those player models look stunning for the PS2.
Yeah.
They look really damn good. And I'm thinking... And I saw GTA, and they've got, like, 2 polygons. I was like, what the hell is this?
Man, even the lighting in the new remaster looks good.
The lighting looks amazing. I was shocked.
Imagine if like proper like cyberpunk RTX like.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it has RTX.
Nah, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't need it. The games would be so like basic that they wouldn't. It was pretty much just a graphics upgrade. But gee, I think I'm not a like because I never played. I was never actually allowed to play GTA till I was 18.
Oh, yeah.
And so I never got to play the original. I mean, I've played them on like the PC emulators and whatever. But I never got to play them like properly. So yeah, it definitely looks good.
It looks really good. It surprised me because I thought, it's just going to be the phone version and it's going to look bad. And then I saw this trailer. I was like, what the hell? It just like flashbanged me. Like,
yeah.
Like,
do you reckon they would do it? Like, they won't do it online, like, shortly, like.
Oh no, they won't. There's no online.
Because I was like imagining that. I'm like, you imagine like playing online with your mates, like, but in the trilogy remaster.
In GTA 3, there's
so weird.
There's mods for it. I remember there's a San Andreas one that's pretty good called Multi Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And I remember playing a PUBG mod, and it was really funny.
That looks actually really good on that. I was shocked.
They're also doing like a lot of quality of life improvements with that game. Like they're changing the controls to make them feel like GTA 5.
Oh, that's good. So taking
because I played these games recently on the PS2.
Yeah,
they are not good.
Yeah,
They're very clunky.
Oh, that's good. At least like you said earlier, like they're not just like, grabbing the source code or whatever it is and then just slapping some nice.
I mean, this game is in Unreal, so there you go.
Yeah, wow.
So
I actually don't mind the cartoony look. So
yeah, the characters look hilarious to me. They look.
So when is that? When is it dropping?
So it's dropping digitally, November 18th.
As
Oh,
we know, the GTA Trilogy Remaster comes out in under 3 weeks, November 11.
Oh yeah, so it'll be the 12th Australian time, and then there's going to be a physical release that comes out December.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they
That's-
delisted all the original versions from digital stores.
Yeah, right. So you don't. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the only way to get them. I think it's a good thing they can't. It's like a mixed bag for me because one, if you run these games without mods, like if you play these vanilla, they run awfully.
Yeah.
They were
yeah.
not designed for modern systems. But the bad news is it kills a lot of the modding support, and if this remaster ends up being really trash, and you can't
It'll
go
just
back to the
flop.
originals, then yeah, you're screwed. So the only way to technically play this is technically
the old console and get a disc.
the old console or just a CD key. Luckily, I already own this trilogy like 3 times. I have them. I have all 3 of them on my phone, which, by the way, those are gone too. I think this remaster's coming to phone too.
Wow.
I have the PS2 versions, and I've got them on Steam. So yeah,
Damn.
I'm pretty looking forward to that. And I'm probably gonna get this remaster trilogy on the Series X just so I can run it in 4K, and the Switch, because I just think it'd be funny.
Well, the Switch with the new OLED wouldn't actually look too bad.
Yeah, I mean, the Switch OLED to me isn't that different. Like, oh yeah, they obviously changed the screen. Yeah, obviously, but
Yeah, yeah.
other from that, it's just still the same Switch. Like the screen is
a
still
Switch at the end of the day.
the screen is still 720p.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seeing Nathan's in person, it looked pretty good. I was
Yeah,
like,
the Switch
dang, like-
OLED, the screen, don't get me wrong, the screen looks really good. I still have my base Switch. It's my brother's favorite console. He plays a lot. Like every time I visit him and he plays games, he always plays Jurassic World on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and then we spoke to Daniel about the whole N64 thing coming to Switch.
I
think
saw that.
yeah, by the time of the right after the podcast, they announced the prices for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like it's really expensive because before it was like $30 a year, which was really good. It was probably like the best. Before it was free. Before you could play online games for free, but then they added the subscription thing. I was like $30 a month. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Damn it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Like,
I hate it when
the
games
fact
did
that
that.
companies keep like they're just like, we can add a cloud subscription.
We can add a subscription. Yeah, it's why I loved the PlayStation 3 so much, because you didn't have to pay a subscription to play with your friends. Like Xbox Live, you had to pay
that's right.
every year. The PS3, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, because that was the whole like why Sony was like, oh, PlayStation's better because you don't have to pay for online, which was a huge thing. That was probably why I was always PlayStation. 'Cause I didn't want to pay for online.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't allowed to play COD like back in the day because I was too young. Like, I got treated like as a young kid of how people. Yeah, like you said, you weren't allowed to play GTA until you're much older. I wasn't allowed to play. For me, that was Call of Duty, but the game I did play the most of online, because I never played online games that much, was the Batman Arkham Origins multiplayer, which was very a lot of people do not remember it had a multiplayer mode, but I remember playing that shit a lot. It played a lot like it was like Gears of War. It was like a 3v3v2.
Yeah.
Like there was like a Joker team, a Bane team, and there was like a Batman and Robin team. I don't know. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
Did you ever play Halo as a kid? Like, were you allowed to play Halo?
Well, I didn't have a 360 at the time, so I never played like Halo 3 and all that. But I did play Halo 1 a lot and Halo 2.
No, I was allowed to play like Halos because I had like an original Xbox. Obviously, like my dad working at EB's been there for 23 years now. 24, I think. So he's been right from obviously store manager to right up the top up there now, which he is. And so we've had almost we had all the freebies, we had GameCubes, whatever. So I remember playing I think he let me play 2 and 3. It was like I was sort of maybe 11, 12, and he was like, "Oh, it's just alien blood. Like, sure, it's fine.
It's just
but
aliens.
Call of
It's all
Duty,
good.
World at War. No, no, not at all. I think I played World at War as my first Call of Duty I played when I was like 13, 14. I think Dad just sort of was just like, "Oh, I'll watch you play it," like sort of thing.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm one of my. I think
yeah,
the first COD I literally played. I'm not even kidding. Is like BO3's beta.
yeah,
I know it's a lot of. It's shocking. I know. I've known the series existed. Like the first time I ever discovered it was like Black Ops 1 to like MW3, and I
yeah,
loved zombies. Like zombies looked really cool. And I remember that BO2 trailer came out.
yeah,
The live action one with like Jimmy Kimmel and all that.
yeah, yeah,
That trailer was cool, but again, I wasn't allowed to play it. But
yeah.
it wasn't until BO3's beta because it was free on PS4 and you didn't need a subscription for it.
Yeah, yeah, Sony getting that exclusive again.
Yeah, that was the first time they ever got the exclusive. I remember.
Yeah,
I bet most people that have PS4s now got them in 2015 because of BO3.
probably. Yeah,
I
yeah. 'cause
bet
I
you.
think they even did they did a special console because that was back when I was working in stores, and I remember that.
I
They had a
remember.
PS3 console.
Did they do a BO3 one? I remember them
Yeah.
doing the COD World War II one. It was like camouflage. I actually want to look this up.
I don't think it was console specific, but it was like you could at least buy it in a bundle where it was like an Xbox.
You can get it in a
Sorry,
console.
or a PlayStation. Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
with
now I
Black
remember
Ops.
it. Yeah, now I remember it.
Yeah.
Now I remember the PS4. Yeah.
Going back on Halo, the new one that's coming out. You've obviously played the beta. And I think I
Yeah.
did I play it? No, I don't think I got. I didn't.
I
think
talked
got
about
into
it in the last episode with Daniel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, it needs to get delayed.
Yeah, you reckon? Yeah,
It
I think I've heard
needs to
you
get delayed.
recently just say that as
Yeah.
again. Yeah, too. Mm.
And it's coming out December, and I'm like, this is the state of it, and you think it's ready?
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah, nah. I don't think
Yeah.
that's. I don't
I'm
think
definitely
that's it.
keen, like the fact that, like, again, when I was playing Halo, didn't know any of us guys back then, and only now just jumping on PC in the last year, I'm like, yes, finally I get to actually play and enjoy the true OG multiplayer. Like, 'cause I remember doing Xbox LANs
Yeah.
and stuff with schoolmates and whatever, but I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty keen for when it comes out. So
Yeah. Yeah, I got the PS4 at not launch. I got it like I pre-ordered it, and I got it in like 2014. So yeah.
yeah, I think I always waited. I was never the one that's like need to have it day one. Like I think maybe the 360 or something possibly, but
No, I didn't
yeah,
get the
even with
360.
game titles, I'm like, oh, like frick midnight releases. Like I think there was maybe one game I can't remember, but
I did that.
definitely going to a midnight release.
I did that. Oh, it wasn't a midnight release. I never did a midnight release, but I did wake up early for one game, and I can't believe I did this. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. That's another game.
Yeah, but that's worth it. Tony Hawk's so good.
Tony Hawk 5.
Oh, the new one, wait.
No, not the one before the new one, not the remaster.
One before the new one.
Tony Hawk
Did I play
5.
God, I don't know if I play. I remember Pro Skater 3 on GameCube was my.
Three's amazing. Three's
Played
really
that till
good.
the cows came home.
3 and Underground 2 are the GOAT.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're the GOATs. So I remember 2015, Tony Hawk 5 gets announced. And I'm like, holy shit, Tony Hawk's back. It's on the PS4. It's going to be great. And then I saw like the history of like the developers behind it. And they made like the worst Tony Hawk games. But that still didn't stop me from fucking pre-ordering it day one.
Give it a chance. You're like, yeah, go on. Like,
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
So I pre-ordered it. And I remember when it comes out, me and my brother, we woke up super fucking early, went to the EB. It was like 9 o'clock or like 8 o'clock or whatever. And we waited for it to open. And we go to the counter. We grabbed the game. And oh my god, it's one of the worst things I've played.
Yeah.
And I saw the online reviews for it, and everyone's like, "This is the worst PS4 game ever made."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I fucking pre-ordered this. And I always joke that about everyone.
I was just looking at the when Skate 4 comes out. Did you ever play the Skate like?
Oh yeah,
the originals?
I played Skate 1 a lot back in the day, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know you had to use the thumbsticks to do everything.
Different layout. I think everyone was like, when that came out, they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is gross." But then that became like everything. Like everyone's like, "Nah, we want skate movement. We don't want the whole XY jump sort of, Tony Hawk style." But
Yeah.
yeah, it's what is it coming out next year, 26th of August. Gosh, I mean, today. Sorry, not today. This year's flown, but yeah, it's still a bit of a while away. Do you reckon you'll play that?
The new Skate, maybe. I'm more of a Tony Hawk guy, but Skate 3 is fucking hilarious. I saw YouTube videos of it. And people playing that Hall of Meat mode and people making retarded characters.
Break your bones, and you had to hit.
That was hilarious. So
it's definitely like I was one of those kids that I'm like I was like, come on, like Skate 4, and then they finally released teaser, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, yes, they've finally got,
I mean, I wasn't looking forward to Skate 4.
Yeah, well, Skate 3 didn't, it was only, I think the only way you can play it is either on Game Pass with a 360,
yeah, it's only a console game.
But yeah, so it's like, you can't get it on PC or anything like that, or if, it was with PlayStation, it was never, I think it was one of the games that you couldn't cross-platform it. You had to do that on your Xbox One.
Yeah.
So I was pretty salty about that because there was a while where I wasn't playing Skate and I really wanted to. But it looks like it's also dropping on PC. I can see here.
Oh yeah, the new one's coming to PC. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean,
I got happy for that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's coming to PC. So
yeah. I mean, I wonder, can you imagine that? Surely it has to be controller only. Can you?
Oh, that'd be fucking funny.
In a keyboard?
Oh yeah.
How does that work?
You'd probably use your mouse. That'd be interesting.
True. Yeah,
you could use your mouse. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's controller only, because there was what the fuck came out on Steam? It was a Nintendo game that came out on. Oh, it wasn't Nintendo, but it was only on the Wii.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, it was No More Heroes.
Lol.
No More Heroes. It was
and it was controller only.
Yeah, it's controller only. You can't play this with a keyboard.
Yeah, true. I didn't know if you could release titles.
Yeah, on the Steam page, it literally says No More Heroes requires a controller in order to play. Playing with a keyboard and mouse isn't supported. So.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
No, we'll go figure. Maybe that's going to be probably the same. I would definitely give the mouse thing a shot. Just to see what the movement's like, but
even if it is a mouse,
give me a controller and man, I will. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, God, it is weird to see No More Heroes on Steam. Steam is becoming a weird platform because we got Xbox exclusive games like Sea of Thieves and Halo, and then we got Nintendo exclusive games like No More Heroes, and now we got PlayStation games like God of War recently got announced for the PC. Right. God of War PS4 is coming to Steam, which is really exciting. But another upcoming game, I guess not, it's kind of old, but the one game I'm also looking forward to is Uncharted 4.
Is
coming on PC.
Yeah.
Because I never played the Uncharted game. It's one of the games on my list of games I really want to play.
Wait, is Uncharted 4 a
PS4 game?
A new title, or
no? It's old.
No. So it's the old one. Yeah, it's old. Yeah, I played that on PlayStation. Yeah, very good game. Again, good storyline. I think it was that one. It was Uncharted and Batman. I played back to back. Very good.
Yeah, Uncharted. Yeah, because I thought to myself, because I'm like, I grew up with the PlayStation 3. How the fuck did I not play the Uncharted game? So
I think it's 5. I was thinking of that. Yeah,
there is no Uncharted 5. There's like a standalone spin-off that's also coming to PC, but yeah, it's only Uncharted 4 and that expansion. It's not 1, 2, and 3 are not coming on there. So
it was I remember they released something because because it wasn't 4, but they were teasing it with the new Unreal Engine 5. And it was like it looked amazing. But maybe that was 4.
I don't know. Yeah, so my plan, what I'm trying to do to play the Uncharted games, I'm going to get 1, 2, and 3 on the PS3. Like, I know you can get the whole trilogy pack on the PS4, but I don't own a PS4. So I'm planning to get those free. You can get them on eBay for like, I don't know, $10. PS3 stuff's dirt cheap. And then get Uncharted 4 when it comes out. I think that comes out early next year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, definitely good series.
Really good series. I don't know. I can't even think of any other topics to think of. I only talked about my COVID story and just upcoming games.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really new at the moment. I mean, Christmas is coming up, which is always
Halloween.
exciting, and it seems like, I mean, you guys just got out of you're out of lockdown now, right?
I have no idea. I haven't been catching up.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't care. Me being
I honestly don't care.
Time.
I honestly don't care.
Yeah. Oh well, at least then Christmas will look probably a little bit more better than it has been in previous years. But
yeah. I think that's all I can think of. I think it was a pretty short podcast. I don't know how long we've been recording for. Probably like, I mean the last one was surprisingly short. It wasn't short, but it was surprising of how long it was. Because I felt like I was recording for like 2 hours, but no, it was like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think this one I've been recording for like 40 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well.
So I reckon we should wrap it up here.
Call it there, mate.
Call it there. All right.
Very nice.
All right. Remember, next guest, we're gonna have Nathan3197, as he interrupted us in the middle of the fucking the beginning of the podcast. So stay tuned for that. And anyways, thanks for listening, guys, and stay tuned for more episodes. Peace.